Welcome. This is a quick video. G'day, it's Lindy here. A quick video just to show the KEAP appointments. So why I wanted to do this quick video was on my onboarding calls, I noticed that there was a new timer, appointment timer, and I didn't dive into it on the calls because I didn't want to, interrupt the new onboarding experience with new features and things. But I just wanted to do this quick recording just to show this is me having a play around with it, just to see what it does, to learn what it is. And what, it's like, okay, what's the functionality? What's the use case for this when I know I've already got easy automations in KEAP Pro, KEAP Max that I can use? And, this has just got the appointment timer before the appointment and, the days, the hours, and the minutes. And I guess it's if you have anything specific that you want to have happen. So before this appointment, trigger this next action to happen, which will then follow them up. So it might be before the appointment, you need them to fill out a form. So in that instance, you would have an email that gets triggered to send to them. So send to form. So you might want them to fill out this form before this appointment date. So you just configure it and that's all good. So, but what if they don't fill out the form? What do you do then? We could just, again, add in another timer that runs, the next whatever before the appointment or whatever it is. So it will run and send this same email until they actually complete the task, which is the beautiful thing about the sequences and that people don't often think about or know about because you don't know about it. That, your standard thing is when a call or something gets booked, then there might be a reschedule or a cancel. So there's a start and a finish goal. And that's okay as just one little version of a piece of automation. But what if you wanted to, whoops, I didn't mean to delete the whole thing. What if you wanted to get them to fill out that form and you want those emails to stop sending? So, you could use just a simple form if it's just a basic one. I still prefer using my KEAP web form submitted. So this is a KEAP call one questions. So you might just have a need of what are your top 3 questions, or what is it that, a few questions you might want to gather before the appointment so you can get them to fill those out there. And then just by adding this in here, it's just a thanks for filling in the form. Simple email that gets sent just to acknowledge a person for the action they've taken here. So, and then you then might link this back up to this rescheduled, or if it was a cancel, let's go cancel, bring that down here. In the goal, you just go view edit, and then you can, when they cancel, and then you choose the call. So this was my Kickstart call 1. So if they cancelled, then do whatever it is down here. Obviously, if someone cancels, you'd want to send them an email and say, hey, I noticed you cancelled. Here's the link. Get yourself booked in again. If there's any questions, reply email, let me know, or whatever it is. Or you might have a task to call them and follow them up. Now, this is the advanced automation, and you can do this extra functionality in here. This is why you would do it if you wanted to send a form, send an email with a link to a form, and then you can have the nagging reminders in this sequence until they take the action of filling in the form, which will then bring them into here and stop these emails over here. Now, there's, not necessarily any appointment reminders needed here, because the beautiful thing in the KEAP Pro and KEAP Max is you've got easy automations. Easy automations are where you can have, and as you can see here, I've used this filter up here to just show me the easy automations for appointments. And I just created this one the other day to run when this specific appointment is scheduled, because for me it gives me some metrics on how many people are active actually in this reminder follow-up sequence. But this is a way that you can easily schedule some emails, and this is 24 hours before the appointment. Send this email, and then wait an hour before the appointment and send this email. If I wanted to add in a text message or something like that, it's not native to Australia in KEAP, and my workaround was come into here, into the automation, add a tag in here. So I could click the plus here. I could add a tag here, which would then trigger a piece of advanced automation. So now I can literally come into here and use this new goal here and configure it to say, this might be, let's just bring this down. Oh, wow, you can literally do it for minutes. So we could say 5 minutes before the appointment. Actually, I'm going to do a different thing because I'm going to have a different timer. And let me just duplicate this one. Bring that down here. Connect this up. The reason for two different swim lanes, which I'll call those, is I just want this one to run up here. This might be 3 days, 3 days and 5 minutes. And I've got text message integration set up. So how do you get people to show up to your calls and things like that is you give them the reminders. So I'm just going to copy. I should have an SMS broadcast. See a template here somewhere. So I've got it set up in my own app. I thought I'd done it. Maybe it's not published yet. Anyway, now I've stuffed up my own recording. Good on me. I'm just looking to see. Yes, I do have a fair few templates. This is 5 years of building campaigns and things like that. And when you build for many businesses, it gets a bit hectic of what you built where. So campaign documentation is really, really important. Anyway, what I was looking for is specifically should have been, and you can see I've been improving my setups and namings of things, but I should have seen Interweb SMS broadcast template, but it's not there. But if it was, I could have copied my HTTP post with all my information that I needed for the text message. So then I could have sent a text message that sort of could have said, "Hey Lindy, it's time to log in to your Zoom. I've sent you an email. Go to your inbox, look for the email. That's got the link in it." And then over in these easy automations, this is where this email here, if I just go edit, this is automatically populated. You can come in here and edit it and add in your signature if you want to, stuff like that. But it puts the appointment name in there. So when you set up your appointment, that name shows there. It automatically puts in the appointment date, how long is it for, and the location, which is going to be the Zoom link. And then it's just talk to you soon, and it signs off from the first name. So it's the easy automations are very clean and simple, and then by default it gives the need to make changes. You can cancel and reschedule. So it gives them the links. That's why these emails here are great, because it includes that cancel and reschedule link. Whereas over in advanced automation, you actually don't have the ability to merge in that. Let's go to template. So if I go to the merge fields here, we don't actually have appointment merge fields or the ability to merge in that data here yet. So that's where the easy automations are great, because you can populate data in. However, the new appointment timer gives you some additional functionality in the campaign. So for me, that text message setup is just a little bit quicker, because I don't need to come into this piece of automation. I don't have to add a tag. I don't need to create a tag for a start to trigger the sending of. I can just, when that appointment gets booked, over in advanced automation, when the appointment gets booked, which is here, when it is booked, bring them into here, into the sequence. Once they're in this sequence, I want this start timer here, start goal, to wait until this criteria is met and then do this action. Now, you could have a few different swim lanes happening here. There might be multiple text messages that you might want to send. You might want to send a text message to say, hey, thanks for booking in. And again, you can duplicate this. I can hold Shift and drag over that lot. We can just go duplicate, and then duplicate that again. Sorry about the lawn mowing. Always typical. So, it's not a when it is scheduled, but, you could just say, a couple of days before or whatever it is. It just depends on how long you have your appointments going out. So, in this instance, if I wanted to, like I just said, sorry, this is all about appointments. If I wanted to trigger a text message to go when this person booked, this is probably where I would add a tag and 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 get that tag to be a start. So name it booked, and it has to have a sequence. Send text, connect that up, and then it needs. Oh, it doesn't want to finish goal. We'll just go into here. So a tag gets applied, which is a trigger tag, trigger text. You would then immediately remove the trigger tag from here. So you would click in here, you would find your trigger tag, so then you would remove it from here immediately, because trigger tags, you apply them and then you remove them immediately, and then it's going to be a HTTP post which sends an SMS broadcast, which is really good for basic text message functionality within Australia. That's your start point. If you wish to go more advanced and global in sending text messages, then you might need to be looking at Plus This, which uses Twilio. But Plus This makes the integration very easy to do that, and that way then you can do global texting. And Plus This has a lot of other functionality that you may use, like how long does a video get watched for. Anyway, hopefully that's just been a little bit of insight for you and a little bit about the appointment reminders. You've got two awesome pieces of functionality. You've got the easy automations, which are really, really cool. Always make sure you publish things. So KEAP's really cool how it gives you different warnings that it's active, edits, unpublished. I haven't made any changes as such to what I was doing, so it doesn't really matter. And what was already there is still live. So you can go in and make changes and not publish, and then when you're actually ready, come back into here and edit the changes. For me, I could just go discard changes, because there was nothing that I changed. I did change it, didn't I? I put in in my email, I wanted it to have my signature on the bottom. It's just one little signature that automatically comes in. So I'm And the other thing I like to do up here is add in my interweb so that you can search it. Yeah, so that's just some interesting functionality that is there to support you to manage your appointments. Anyway, hope that's been interesting for you. And yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. Have a great rest of your day. Stay healthy and happy.